Welcome to the Oakland's channel. Thanks for watching today. And let's talk about the brand new DLC that was just announced for Shredder's Revenge. It's pretty much on all platforms. Now, if you didn't pick up Shredder's Revenge last year, it was like one of the best Turtle games that ever came out. Harken back to the '87 cartoon, gave us the retro style, pretty much the old school beat 'em up style, and was like the definitive Turtles beat 'em up game. And yeah, I know Turtles in Time is up there as well, and everybody's got their favorite Turtles game, but this one really was like handcrafted for fans of the series, and there was just so much jam-packed into that game, so many Easter eggs. It was a true delight to play through. And so now we're finally getting a DLC announcement, which is going to give us a new game mode, new soundtrack tracks, and a brand new character to play as well as we're journeying through it. And so it's called Dimension Shellshock. And obviously, I'm assuming we're going to be traveling into Dimension X more inside of this particular DLC. But let's talk about the new character. The only character this DLC is going to be adding in is going to be Usagi, which is going to be basically like a mutant rabbit, truth be told. I had the action figure growing up, and I absolutely loved the way the action figure looked. I had the original action figure. I also had like a outer space version as well. And truth be told, I think I probably liked the outer space one better. I don't know, there's something about the aesthetic, a little cyborg eye he had on him. I'm sure he's not going to be in the game as the astronaut version. But Usagi was a really cool character back in the Turtles era. He's got his own like comic book, its own series. Truth be told, I don't know a whole lot about the character outside of just what he does in TMNT, but really cool character inside the TMNT universe, and the idea we're going to get to play as him inside this game, that's pretty phenomenal here. And you can of course see him in action here inside the trailer. Now also, in addition to getting a new character, we also have new character colors or character skins for all the Turtles. And you can see here as they're scanning through some of them, you got your different tones as well as different bandanas, just different iterations of which Turtles that you enjoy best. Because let's face it, if you're playing with Raphael, sometimes you might want to have the really pale skin Raphael to match the new issue of the action figure that just came out this past year. Maybe not. But regardless, you do have the opportunity to change any of the skins of the core Turtles for your main character as you're playing through it. This will make it a little bit more variety for new players as well as returning players as well. But to me, the biggest part of this announcement is going to be the new game mode. And they didn't really give us like any clue of what the new game mode is going to be. Is it a new story mode? Is it a new story map mode? Is it a full-on arcade game? Is it just simply going to be, like a challenge mode? They didn't give us any hint at all what the new game mode is going to be. There's a few screenshots of different levels that don't look familiar to the core game, but it didn't really show like an overarching map or anything like that. So I'm not really sure what they mean by new game mode. I think if it was like a new story, they would have said a new story mode. And so new game mode makes it sound, to me anyway, like it's probably not going to be a full-fledged extra DLC story that some players might be hoping for, but I still think it'd probably be something fun to romp through with your friends and things like that. I think the biggest part of Dimension Shellshock is going to be being able to play as Usagi, go through all these levels again, hopefully explore his character arc a little bit, and maybe have some emphasis on that inside new game mode. But my personal guess is the big part of this DLC is going to be the small things like being able to play as Usagi, have the character skins, a new soundtrack or new tracks on the soundtrack, as well as just simply like a small game mode to sort of have fun with, but not a full story mode in the same line of that. Now, it did say the release date is predicted in 2023. That's what they said on there. That's got about 6 months to go. My personal guess is we're probably going to get it in the fall instead of the winter. Otherwise, they would have said holiday season. And I believe Shredder's Revenge also came out in late summer, early fall as well. And so I think they're probably going to match up pretty similar with that. But overall, I'm really excited for Dimension Shellshock. I'm excited to see what the developers pull out of their hat as far as like Easter eggs, callbacks for the old school fans, because they just put so much into Shredder's Revenge. I can't imagine them doing this DLC if they didn't have a really good idea or really good vision as far as how to expand that universe and just sort of keep it true to the Turtle franchise, especially for the old school 80s fans of the series. But there's also going to be a free update for the game as well, and it's going to come after DLC. It's going to also do some extra colors and skins for some of the DLC characters. So there's that to look forward to as well. They're continuing to update the game. They're continuing to give players more inside the game. And this seems like a true passion project from the developers. And that's why I think the DLC is going to be so incredibly good. But if you are looking for another Turtles game to hold you over till then, I did an entire review on it, but there's a really great one on the Apple Arcade called Splintered Fate. It's like a roguelike game like Hades. It's got all the Turtles characters in it. Fantastic Turtles game. One of the best Turtle games I've ever played. It's just a great game in general. And you can watch a full review of it listed up above here. But are you excited for Shredder's Revenge DLC? Let me know in the comments down below. What all are you hoping for inside the new game mode? Let me know that down below as well. And as always, go out there, find a great game to play. Just simply have a great rest of the day.